Good morning, I'm Devanya and welcome to our show. On our show today we'll be speaking about mental health within the youth and within teenagers. On my left I have Natalie and on my right
So what is mental health? Mental health is an illness like depression, eating disorder, phobia and dementia, for example. It's when you're feeling low and you're feeling blue and easily upset and tearful, feeling unhappy, finding difficulties to concentrate. Mostly, mental health does cause a lot of problems. It could cause family breakdowns, it can cause emotional disorders, and it can even cause anxiety attacks and social disadvantages. It can even cause violence, social isolation, and many of these conditions cause a combination of biological, physiology. So Benedicta, could you tell us more about your condition?
Normally I always get depressed because since I've been here since I was 17, I've been here alone and go through a lot of things, stress, you know. You know when you live alone, you don't have father, you don't have mother, you're just in a country that you don't even know before. You just jump in, so you know how it goes. And again, I always feel depressed about things that going on in my head, you know. I feel so down. Sometimes I cry. Sometimes there was a day I wanted to kill myself. That was my first day in club in this country. I don't go to club. I'm an honest person, and I love living honest, you know. So I nearly killed myself, but thank God I didn't do it, and I have to take myself out of the house.
Mental illness is you don't have a high. You don't have, it can attack anyone, no matter who you are, what class or race, how much money you have, or rich or poor you are. It can affect anyone, anytime. So don't be ashamed of it.
Okay, so would you want to speak to us more about how you got through school when you was younger? Did you go through bullying? You know, did you go through social disadvantages? Did you not make many friends when you were younger?
My childhood days was rough, and that helped build up to mental health. So it's best to take care of a child from the young age, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And this, you can avoid them from going to any situation of mental health.
We have asked different students their opinion on mental health issues. Let's see what
There
they
are
say.
some students who don't talk about their problems of mental health. If you had mental health problems, will you talk and then ask some help, your teacher or your school, or will you tell someone who is close to you, or will you think, in school I will not talk about my mental health problems?
Because it's your personality, it's your illness, you know what I mean? So, like I said, like I come to college to learn and stuff like that. So I'd rather just bottle it up and keep it to myself if I did have any problems.
Mental health problems, will you talk about it or will you keep it yourself, or will you tell the teachers of the school so that they can help you? What will you do?
Maybe colleagues or mates, I won't be telling that because maybe they can mock me or something, which can cause me even more pain than I already have.
Thank you. If you had mental health problem, will you tell the school and your teachers or will you keep it to yourself? What will you do?
I might keep it to myself because I don't want people finding about my own personal business. Because if I do, they might treat me. They will treat me differently from the other students.
What will you do if you had a mental health problems? Will you tell the school or talk about it? Will you tell your teachers? What will you do, or will you keep it to yourself?
The things I'd do, to be honest, if I had a mental illness ever, is I'd tell someone such as my teacher or just people who can keep the secret and keep confidential, such as a teacher. That's it, to be honest, because there's no point in me telling my friends or anyone else because they'll treat me in a different way compared to other students. So if I told other students they'd treat me in a different way, they wouldn't want to be friends with me and they'd see me in, like I'm a weird person or I'm just strange for having a mental illness.
I probably would have kept it inside, I think, because you probably don't want, you already have a problem with your mental health. If you had a problem with your mental health, you wouldn't come clean, would you? Because in your mind, you're probably thinking, what are they going to say? How is it going to affect me? You already have the problem is going to get more and more, it's going to spread all over your head because already right now you're feeling like you're you isolated yourself already. And you
There are
just
some
no one
students or some people who don't talk about their problems if they have mental health, and then they keep everything inside instead of talking about it. If you had some mental health problems, will you talk about it, or
Well, from
what will you do?
From personally suffering from a mental health condition myself, I'd say I would talk about it, because it's not good keeping it all in, because it's just going to get worse and build up, and it could lead to something that you don't want it to lead to. So talking about it, you can get help and get back on track as soon as possible.
Do you think people in mental health are labeled in a negative way?
I think number one, yeah, because some people who look at mental people, they think quickly they have something wrong with them. But really, if you get to know these people aren't like what they say they are. These people have issues because they might have a bad job, they might have stress in their life, because of this, they've got a lot of problems in their life. And that's what causes them to have mental issues.
People who have mental health issues, people think that they're just different, like they treat them in a different way. For example, people who have anxiety or depression, they look at them in a different way, like, oh, this person has anxiety or depression, or this person's isolated, or let's not be friends with him, or let's not talk to him. But that's it's really sad, because in 2016, people, there's so much help that you can do to people. So I don't understand why you would want to treat people in a different way.
With mental health, they're labelled they can't do anything, they can't work, and they're just lazy. But in reality, it's not their fault for what is wrong with them, and they can work. It's just things are stopping them from doing it. As I say, look, not everybody knows about mental health. It's not spoken about a lot, so people are just going to think it's weird that people have it when it's not actually weird. So it's not what everybody experiences. It's only 1 in 4 people.
What do you think in the college of the teachers of the school should do to prevent that?
I think they should just do obviously they'll have people here to help and counsellors and stuff, and if anyone's suffering from it, then they should just go and speak to somebody that can help them with it and just see what they can do.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our show talking about mental health issues for today. If you have any questions, please do check us out on the www.southerncitycollegebirmingham.co.uk. You can also get all the information you need about mental health issues in our website. Also, just again, www.southernCityBirmingham.co.uk. That was all. Have a good evening.